बसेरा। ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
प्रभु प्रेम के ज्ञान अमृत का पावन पान कराइए, ज्ञान योग के पथ पर चलकर जीवन ज्योत जगाइए। प्रभु प्रेम के ज्ञान अमृत का पावन पान कराइए, ज्ञान योग के पथ पर चलकर जीवन ज्योत जगाइए। प्रभु प्रेम के ज्ञान अमृत का विनम्रता की आरती हो, पवित्रता की धूप। विनम्रता की आरती हो, पवित्रता की धूप। सादगी की सुंदरता से सजा ले अपना रूप। सादगी की सुंदरता से सजा ले अपना रूप, सजा ले अपना रूप। भले कर्म जीवन में करके हो, भले कर्म जीवन में करके प्यार से प्रभु को रिझाइए। ज्ञान योग के पथ पर चलकर जीवन ज्योत जगाइए। प्रभु प्रेम के ज्ञान अमृत का हो। संगम युग में सेवा करके गायन योग्य बनेंगे। संगम युग में सेवा करके गायन योग्य बनेंगे। पुरुषार्थ कर पुरुषोत्तम बनकर पूजन योग्य बनेंगे। पुरुषार्थ कर पुरुषोत्तम बनकर पूजन योग्य बनेंगे। पूजन योग्य बनेंगे। दिव्य गुणों को धारण कर हो, दिव्य दिव्य गुणों को धारण करके मन उपवन महकाइए। ज्ञान योग के पथ पर चलकर जीवन ज्योत जगाइए। प्रभु प्रेम के ज्ञान अमृत का हो। निज परिवर्तन से जग में परिवर्तन लाएं। आओ निज परिवर्तन से जग में परिवर्तन लाएं। नवयुग जिसमें सब जग देखे वो दर्पण बन जाएं। नवयुग जिसमें सब जग देखे वो दर्पण बन जाएं। वो दर्पण बन जाएं। सबके गुणों के मोती लेकर हो। सबके गुणों के मोती लेकर मुक्ताहार बनाइए। ज्ञान योग के पथ पर चलकर जीवन ज्योत जगाइए। प्रभु प्रेम के ज्ञान अमृत का पावन पान कराइए। ज्ञान योग के पथ पर चलकर जीवन ज्योत जगाइए। प्रभु प्रेम के ज्ञान अमृत का पावन पान कराइए। ज्ञान योग के पथ पर चलकर जीवन ज्योत जगाइए। प्रभु प्रेम के ज्ञान अमृत का हो।
Om Shanti. Good morning. Let's listen to the sweet elevated versions of Baba, and today's date is 13th May. Today Baba gives us the knowledge of the discus of self-realization. That is the knowledge of the beginning, middle and end of this world. That knowledge can't be given by anyone except Baba, and it's not even mentioned in any of the scriptures. And when we imbibe that now, so when we imbibe knowledge, we become the spinners of the discus of self-realization. And Baba explains the meaning of this expression, that is Om Shanti. So when we use this expression, we realize or we give the introduction of our own form, that is I am a soul and I am a resident of the Supreme World. When someone falls ill, they are given an injection. So Baba also gives us an injection to the soul. So Baba comes and purifies our souls. He gives us the knowledge to become pure. So the knowledge given by Baba, and by being in yoga, the soul becomes pure. So that Baba says the soul is given the injection to become pure, and the injection is Manmanabhav. It's not the Sanskrit language. So Baba just tells us everything in Hindi. So Baba says That's even mentioned in the Sanskrit language, whereas Baba explains to us in Hindi. Let's listen to Baba's elevated versions. Essence: sweet children, because your intellects hold this knowledge that you have received from the Father of the beginning, middle, and the end of the world, you are called the spinners of the discus of self-realization. Question: so we Baba's children are there, so we have become the spinners of the discus of self-realization, and we are sitting here. Question: what injection does the spiritual father give you spirits in order to purify you? Answer: it's of one mana above. No one but the spiritual father can give this injection. The father says, sweet children, remember me, that's all. It's only by having this remembrance that you souls become pure. There is no need to study Sanskrit for this. Baba says, just remember Baba, that's all. What's that spiritual injection? That is the one mana above, where Baba says, just remember Baba, that's all. It's only by having this remembrance that the souls become pure. And there is no need to study Sanskrit, etc. for this. The Father speaks to you in plain Hindi. When you spirits have the faith that the spiritual Father is giving you methods to become pure, you will continue to renounce the vices. The soul, when the soul has the faith that spiritual Father is giving souls the methods to become pure, then the soul just continues to renounce the vices. To the extent the soul has the faith, the soul also will make the effort to renounce the vices. Om Shanti. And the meaning of Om Shanti is being explained to you, children, and the soul gives his own introduction. My form is peace and my residence is the land of peace, which is also known as the supreme abode, that is the land beyond sound. The Father says, renounce body consciousness and become soul conscious and remember the Father. He is the purifier. No one knows that they are souls and they have come here to play their parts. The drama is now coming to an end and we have to return home. And this is why Baba says, remember me, this will be absolved. Baba is saying, no one knows that we are souls and we have come here to play our roles, and the drama is coming to an end and we have to return home. This is why Baba says, remember me, your sins will be absolved. So in the Sanskrit language, this is known as man mana above. The Father didn't say anything to you in Sanskrit. He only explains in the Hindi language. The government wants there to be just the one language of Hindi. In fact, the father too only explained in Hindi. However, at this time, because there are many religions, sects, and cults, many different languages have been created. In the Golden Age, there aren't as many different languages as they are here. Those who live in Gujarat have a different language. Whichever village people live in, they have their own language. There are innumerable human beings and innumerable languages. In the Golden Age, there was just the one religion and one language. You children now have this knowledge of the beginning, middle, and the end of the world in your intellects. And this is not mentioned in any of the scriptures. Baba says this knowledge is not mentioned in any of the scriptures. Neither has the accurate duration of the cycle been written in them, nor do they contain any of this knowledge about it. There is just the one world, and the world cycle continues to turn. And the new world becomes old, and the old world becomes new, and this is called the discus of the self-realization. Those who have the knowledge of the cycle are called, the world itself is one, there is one world, and that world becomes the new world, and gradually it becomes old. So this knowledge is called the discus of self-realization. And those who do have the knowledge of the cycle are called the spinners of the discus of self-realization. And the soul has the knowledge of how the world cycle turns. They have portrayed Sri Krishna and Vishnu with a discus of self-realization. The father now explains they didn't have any of this knowledge. Only the father gives you this knowledge. What does father explain? Baba says, how does the world cycle turns, and that knowledge is given by Baba. At this time, neither Sri Krishna nor Vishnu can be given the discus of self-realization because they didn't have the knowledge. Only the Father gives you this knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. And this is the discus of self-realization. And the discus is nothing to do with the violence of cutting the throats. All that they have written is lies. And no one apart from the Father can, the way in which things or matters have been mentioned in the scriptures, Baba says everything is lies. No one apart from the Father can give you this knowledge. Since even Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar are called deities, human beings can never be called God. Because no one gives, because the knowledge which is given here can only be given by God. It can't be given by any of the human beings. Baba says, since even Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar are called deities, human beings can never be called God. The praise of the Father can't be the praise of the deities. The Father teaches you Raj Yoga. You can't say that children should have the same praise as that of the Father. That is, Baba says the praise of the Father is unique, and it can't be the praise of the deities or the children, because the praise of the Father is that applies only to Baba. Sometimes Baba says, my children are just like me. So because why can't we why can't we be praised in the same way, just like the Father is praised? Because we take rebirth and the Father doesn't take rebirth. Children remember their Father. The highest on high is God. He is ever pure, and children become pure and then they become impure. The Father is constantly pure. The children definitely need the Father's inheritance. Firstly, you want liberation and the liberation in life. The land of peace is called the liberation, and the land of happiness is called. Baba says you children become pure as well as you become impure later, and it is the Father who makes you pure. Of course, you need the inheritance of the Father, but what's that inheritance? That is the land of peace, that is called liberation, and the other one is the land of happiness, which is called the liberation in life. Everyone receives liberation, whereas only those who study this knowledge receive liberation in life. There truly was liberation in life in Bharat. Every soul receives liberation, whereas who are those who receive liberation in life? Baba says only those who study this knowledge receives liberation in life. There truly was liberation in life in Bharat. All the rest were in the land of liberation. There was just when there was liberation in life in Bharat, all the rest were in the land of liberation. There was just the land of Bharat in the golden age. It used to be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan, and Baba has explained. Baba explains that the maximum number of temples which has been built to Lakshmi and Narayan, the Birla and others who build those temples, they don't even know how Lakshmi and Narayan received their kingdom. Of course, it has come in your awareness. So we know that the highest number of temples that's built to Lakshmi Narayan. But those who have built those temples, they even don't know that how they received their kingdom and for how long they ruled that kingdom, where did they go afterwards, and they don't know anything at all. That's just like worshipping dolls. It's called devotion. Baba says, how did they receive the kingdom, how long did they rule, and where did they go afterwards without knowing anything? If they just built temples, Baba says that's just like worshipping dolls. It is called devotion. Those who are worthy of worship then become worshippers. There is a big difference between worthy of worship and a worshipper. There must be some meaning to that. Those who indulge in vice are called impure. Those who become angry aren't called impure. Those who indulge in vice are called impure. You receive the nectar of this knowledge at this time, and only the one Father is the ocean of knowledge. Baba has explained. This Bharat was Sato Pradhan, the most elevated land, whereas now it is Tamo Pradhan. This is now in your intellects. There is no kingdom here. It's the rule of the people by the people. In the golden age, there are very few people, and there are so many now. Preparations for destructions are being made. The Delhi has to become the land of angels, but no one knows this. Of course, we know at this time preparations are being made. They think that this is a new Delhi. Who will change this old world? No one knows this. It's not even written in any of the scriptures. Only the one Father explains everything. You children are now making preparations for the new world. You are changing from shells into diamonds. What are we doing? Baba says, who is the one who changes the old world? It is the Father's task. So you children are now making preparations for the new world. You are changing from shells into diamonds. And Bharat was so solvent. There were no other religions. There are now innumerable religions. Everyone just now remembers the merciful Father. They have forgotten that Bharat was the land of happiness. When we have innumerable religions, we of course have sorrow, and the souls remember the merciful Father. They have forgotten that the Bharat was the land of happiness. Look at the condition of Bharat now. It used to be heaven. It's the birthplace of the Father. Therefore, according to the drama, he feels compassion for it. Baba says Bharat was heaven because Bharat was the birthplace. So according to the drama, he feels compassion for it. Bharat is an ancient land. It's said truly 3000 years before Christ, Bharat was heaven and there were no other religions. This Bharat has now completely fallen to the ground. What does Baba say? Christians, of course, they know. Even the souls of all the religions, of course, they know that Bharat was heaven. Now this Bharat has completely fallen to the ground. People sing, our land of Bharat was the most elevated. The very name itself was heaven, that is Swarg. No one knows the praise of Bharat. The name itself was heaven, Swarg. No one knows the praise of this land. Only the Father comes and tells you the story of Bharat. The story of Bharat means the story of the world. The residents of Bharat themselves, they don't know this. So Baba comes and Baba explains the story of Bharat, which means the story of the world. This is called the story of true Narayan. Only the Father sits here and explains that exactly 5000 years ago, there used to be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. Their images still exist, but how did they receive the kingdom? And what existed before the golden age? What existed before the confluence age? The iron age. This is the confluence age when the Father has to come. I have come when the old world has to be made new. I come to purify the impure world. People have said, I come to purify the impure world, and people have said that when the world becomes impure, Baba definitely has to come to purify that impure world. And for such a Father, people have said, I am omnipresent and I come in every age. This is why they are confused. Only you know this confluence age. Who are you? Baba says, Baba comes in every age. That's why they are confused. Only you know this confluence age. Who are you? On the board it's written Prajapita, Brahma, Kumars and Kumaris. Who is the father of Brahma? Shiva, the highest on high. After him there is Brahma, and then the creation is created through him. Definitely Brahma is called the father of people. Shiva is not called the father of people. Shiva is the incorporeal father of all souls. He comes here and adopts you through Prajapita Brahma. The father explains, I have entered this one. You become the mouth-born creation of Brahmins through him. I make you into Brahmins through Brahma and make you into deities. You have now become the children of Brahma. Whose child is Brahma? Is there a name for the father of Brahma? Is the incorporeal father Shiv? Baba says, whose child is Brahma? Is there a name for the father of Brahma? He is the incorporeal father Shiv. He comes and enters this one, adopts you and makes you into the mouth-born creation. The father says, I enter this one at the end of the last of his many births. Baba says, I enter this one at the end of the last of his many births, and this one belongs to me and adopts renunciation. The last birth, when Baba enters Brahma Baba's body, and Baba belongs to Shiv Baba and adopts renunciation. Renunciation of what? Of the 5 vices. There is no need to renounce your homes or families. While living at home with your families, you have to remain pure. Constantly remember me alone, your sins will be absolved. This is the yoga by which the alloy is removed from you and you become Sato Pradhan. In devotion, no matter how much you bathe in the Ganges, hold sacrificial fires, and perform tapasya, you do definitely have to come down. You were Sato Pradhan and now Tamo Pradhan. Therefore, how can you become Sato Pradhan once again? No one apart from the Father can show you this path. The Father tells you everything very easily. Constantly remember me alone. He is speaking to you souls. He doesn't speak to Gujaratis or Sindhis. Baba says in a very simple way. Baba explains and shows us the path to become pure. What's that way? That is to remember him constantly. Baba speaks to souls and he doesn't speak to Gujaratis or Sindhis. This is the spiritual knowledge. In the scriptures they have physical knowledge. It is the spirits that need this knowledge because it is the spirits that have become impure. It is souls that require a spiritual injection. The Father is called the spiritual eternal surgeon. That is the spirits are given the spiritual knowledge by the spiritual Father because the souls have to become pure. The soul wants that knowledge. That's why the soul is given that spiritual injection. The Father is called the spiritual or the eternal surgeon. He comes and gives his own introduction. I am your spiritual surgeon because you souls are impure, even your bodies have become diseased. At this time, people of Bharat, that is the whole world, are the residents of hell. The Father now explains how can you become the residents of heaven. The Father says, I come and make all of you children into the residents of heaven. You also understand you truly were the residents of hell. The Iron Age is called hell, and it's now the end of the hell. What do you children understand? You children truly were the residents of hell, and the Iron Age is called hell, and it's now the end of hell. At this time, people of Bharat are in the depths of hell. You can't call this is the sovereignty. They continue to fight. What's the time? Current time, if you just look at the condition of the world, it is the world is into the depths of hell. You can't call this a sovereignty. They continue to fight and quarrel among themselves. The Father is now making you worthy. At such a time, Baba comes and he is making you worthy of going to heaven. Therefore, you should obey him. People don't know their own religious scripture or their Father. The Father says, it was I. So when we know, it's our responsibility to obey Baba, since we know the knowledge. The Father says, it was I, not Sri Krishna, who made you pure from impure. Sri Krishna was the number one pure soul. He is also called the ugly as well as the beautiful one. Sri Krishna's soul has now become ugly by taking rebirth. By sitting on the pyre of lust, the souls have become ugly. What do they show? So Baba says it is Shiv Baba who purifies the souls, not Sri Krishna, because Sri Krishna himself was the number one pure soul, and by taking rebirth, even that soul has become impure. By sitting on the pyre of lust, souls have become ugly. Why do they show a dark form of Jagadamba? No one knows this. Just as Sri Krishna has been shown dark blue, in the same way they have also portrayed Jagadamba as dark. You are now ugly, and you will then become beautiful. You can explain Bharat was very beautiful. If you want to see the beauty of heaven, you can see a model of it in Ajmer. Baba just explains, he reminds us of the memorial. So if you want to see the model, that is, you can find that in Ajmer. There used to be golden palaces studded with diamonds in heaven. Now there are palaces of stone. Everyone is Tamo Pradhan. You children know that Shiv Baba and Brahma Dada are together, and this is why they are called Bap Dada. The inheritance is received from Shiv Baba. If you say you receive it from Dada, then what does Shiv Baba have? The inheritance is received from Shiv Baba through Brahma. Baba just explains in the entertaining way. Both of them, Baba says, if you are claiming the inheritance, if you say that you receive it from your grandfather, then Baba says, what does Shiv Baba have? The inheritance is always received from Shiv Baba through Brahma. The land of Vishnu is established through Brahma. It's now the kingdom of Ravan. Everyone apart from you is a resident of hell. You are now at the confluence age, and the entire world itself is in the kingdom of Ravan, except you children. Everyone is a resident of hell. You are now at the confluence age. You are now changing from impure to pure. You will then become the masters of the world. It isn't a human being who is teaching you all of this. Who speaks this Murli to you? It is Shiv Baba. He comes from the supreme region to this old world, into this old body. If someone has this faith, he can't stop himself from coming to meet the Father. Of course, it's coming into your awareness as soon as the souls have the faith. Then the souls will be very curious, or they have that desire to meet the Father. He wouldn't be able to wait. He would say, "Take me immediately to the unlimited Father who makes us into the masters of heaven." Let me at least go and see who the chariot of Shiv Baba is. Those people decorate a horse. They'll be then having the desire, and they will just run to meet the Father and Shiv Baba's chariot as well. Those people decorate a horse, and they have a sash as a symbol. That was the chariot of Muhammad, who established that religion. The people of Bharat apply a tilak on a stone bull and place it in a temple. What do the people of Bharat do? They believe that Shiv rode a bull. Neither Shiva nor Shankar rode a bull. People don't understand anything at all. Shiva is incorporeal. How could he ride a bull? He would need legs to be able to sit on a bull. That's blind faith. Baba says, how can the incorporeal being sit on a bull? Of course, Baba needs the legs to be able to sit on that. That's called the blind faith. Acha. To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost, now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the Mother, Father, and Bab Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to you, spiritual children, and we spiritual children also offer love, remembrance, and say good morning, namaste to the Mother, Father, and Bab Dada. The essence for dharana, the first one: drink the nectar of this knowledge that you receive from the Father, and also enable others to drink it. In order to become worthy of worship from a worshipper, renounce the vices. The nectar of this knowledge that we receive from the Father, we must first drink it and enable others to drink it. In order to become worthy of worship from a worshipper, renounce the vices. Second, obey the Father who makes you worthy of going to heaven, and do everything He tells you to do. Become one whose intellect has total faith. Today's blessing: may you become an embodiment of experience and confront Maya's power with the willpower of your experience. May you become an embodiment of experience and confront Maya's power with the willpower of your experience. Your most powerful stage is based on your own experience. An experienced soul with the willpower of his experience can easily confront any of the Maya's powers as well as all the situations and problems, and he can also make all souls content. An experienced soul with the willpower of his experience can easily confront any of the Maya's powers as well as all the situations and problems, and that soul can make all other souls content. With the power to confront, based on the willpower of your experience, you can easily attain the power to make everyone content. Therefore, experience every treasure and become an embodiment of experience. With the power to confront based on the willpower of your experience, you can attain that power to make everyone content. Therefore, experience that every treasure and become an embodiment of experience. Slogan: instead of looking at others, look at yourself and transform yourself. Today's Abhyakt signal: constantly experience an unshakable, immovable and constant stage. Check whether you experience every power, every attainment and every virtue. You are the authorities of experience, so no adverse situation can create it can create any type of impact on you who are authorities of experience. Those who are images of experience will remain unshakable and immovable under any type of adverse situation. They never fluctuate because the greatest authority of all is experience. Whatever power you invoke at any time, that will cooperate with you at that second. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. The camp which is for the reversal of diabetes and other lifestyle diseases, the camp is held at Manmohini 1. So if you just want to attend that camp, you can just approach Dr. Satish Gupta. All the sisters and brothers of Shantivan can go to Kamal Kunj at 10:30 a.m. and all the other Sevadari brothers and sisters who are not having any other service, you can just go to Tapovan. There is the service of plucking those tomatoes. all the brothers and sisters who have come for Bhatti. The Bhatti's official formal inauguration will be this evening, and you can reach there in time. Let's listen to the teachings of respected Dadi Janki ji. Life is for learning. Life is for transformation. It's for ending sorrow and living in the true happiness forever. Life is for living with contentment. What's life? Someone may live in a palace while I live in a hut. He may live in a palace, but I'm very happy in my hut. Let me tell you about Brahma Baba in Karachi. Nirmala sister or Shilendra Dadi was raised with great love and care at home. Her mother and brothers brought her up with immense love and affection. Om Shanti.